Welcome to the Anonymous Guy live stream once again. Remember, we are here to give you juicy anonymous confessions daily. That's what we do, and that's what we'll continue to do. Okay, so today I had the background music. I hope you guys like it. But without no further ado, let's dive into the confessions that we have today. Okay, coming. So, first of all, what do you guys expect from me today? Was yesterday exciting? Because yesterday we had a huge turn up from people. When I checked the analysis, honestly, I was surprised, and I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. Please, let's keep on growing every day, and do ensure to subscribe uh, and follow. Do ensure to subscribe and follow. Okay, so let's get to the first one. The first one here says, I'm a 30-year-old couple therapist in New York City, and for the past 4 years, I have been secretly seducing one partner from every couple I counsel, recording the sex, and then using the footage to force the other partner into paying me massive confidentiality fees so I can keep destroying their marriage from the inside. I have made over 1.6 million, and every couple still thinks I'm the miracle worker who saved their relationship. Wow. Wow. This is the first one. This is amazing. So you are a couple therapist. Instead of you to fix the couple, you're actually destroying the couple. I don't know what kind of psychological way you are using to keep this couple. Blackmailing is not always the right way to go. Blackmail is not always the right way to go. And that's what is one of the major things I observe in today's, what is it called? Today's confessions. Majority of them uh, are blackmailing based. Majority of them are blackmailing based. Before, I don't read it before life, but now to these confessions, I read up to 5 of them before coming live. Now maybe that's why I won't come live late. I just wanted to check some things, if some things are well stated and some things are avoided. Okay, let me start all over again. I'm a 38-year-old couples therapist in New York City, and for the past 4 years, I have basically seducing one partner from every couple I counsel, recording the sex and then using footage to force their other partner into paying me massive confidentiality fees so I can keep destroying their marriage from the inside. I have made over 1.6 million, and every couple still thanks me. Every couple still thinks I'm the miracle worker who saved their relationship. It started with a high profile finance couple who came in screaming at each other about infidelity. The husband was hot, powerful, and clearly bored. During the third session, I accidentally brushed his leg under the table and saw the spark. The night I met him at the hotel and let him fuck me while his wife was at the book club, I hid a camera in my purse. The video was crystal clear, his wedding ring glittering while he called me better than her. The next week, I showed the wife a still frame and told her I had a full thing. I had the full thing. She paid me $75,000 in cash to keep it quiet. Then I told the husband I'd only delete it if he kept seeing me twice a month, and paid another $50,000. Both of them started paying me separately, thinking they were protecting their marriage from the other one. I turned it into a system. I only take couples where at least one partner is rich and guilty. I flirt during sessions, isolate the one who's most vulnerable, sleep with them, record everything, then blackmail both sides. I have done it with 29 couples. Wow, that's a lot. One tech CEO pays me $12,000 a month because he thinks I'm keeping his wife from seeing the video of him eating me out in my office. His wife pays me another $8,000 because she thinks I'm hiding her own affair with me from him. They still come to joint sessions every week, holding hands and thanking me for fixing us. The money paid for my Tribeca loaf and a vacation home in the Hamptons. My colleagues call me the best couple therapist in Manhattan. I smile and nod while another six-figure wire hits my account from two people who hate each other but are united in paying me to keep their secrets. Last month, I made the husband propose to me in a video while his wife was in the waiting room. I sold that clip to, to myself as insurance. They renewed their vows last weekend. I was the guest of honor. I toasted to true love while both of them wired me another $100,000 that night. I don't feel guilty. These people came to me broken and I gave them exactly what they wanted. Someone someone to blame, someone to fuck, and someone to pay. I'm not saving marriages anymore. I'm running the most expensive, most intimate extortion ring in the city, and they are all begging for more sessions. Wow. Wow. First of all, I'm sorry for the background noises. Okay, I'm really sorry for that. It's just something I cannot avoid. But back to these confessions. What do you think? What do you think? So the therapist is actually taking money from these couples. Initially, when she started, I was thinking maybe he's collecting money from one of them and probably a male. But from the way things are going, she's taking money from both of them. And honestly, that is alarming. That is alarming. So, what do you think about it, first of all? What do you think about it? Because I cannot believe such things happening. And uh, she she's having this moral standard from her own point of view that she's keeping the marriage. Meanwhile, she's just a hoe. She's just a hoe. And to what does she schedule it? That's another thing I'm thinking about. How does she schedule it? That everything is just working out. Yes, the two couple may not know or may not find out. But later, I believe one might be emotionally invested in her. I want to continue it just with her and no other person else. And that will even cause division. I don't know. It's just me thinking out loud. What do you guys think? Just let me know in the chat session. Just let me know in the chat session. What do you think? Because honestly, this is alarming. This is alarming. Okay. So let us go to the next one. Let's go to the next confession. So the next confession states, I'm a 29-year-old private chef in Los Angeles and have been secretly adding hallucinogenic mushrooms and aphrodisiacs. Oh my god, I don't know if I pronounced that well. I've been adding hallucinogenic mushrooms and aphrodisiac to their meals I prepare for celebrity clients so they lose control, cheat on camera, and then pay me hush money while I sell the league footage to tabloids under a fake name. I've made $940,000 in 2 years, and every A-lister still begs me to cater their private dinners. Honestly, this is just one alarming. Like, you guys do these things and you guys are still able to sleep at night. You guys are still able to sleep at night. I don't even know how you guys don't get caught. How you guys don't get caught? Is it that the place they are holding the party, there's no CCTV camera to observe that you are actually planting a camera in the party? Because I do believe they do security sweep in all the celebrity parties. So I don't really get sure, but let's continue with the story. It began when a famous actress hired me for an intimate dinner with her boyfriend. She was stressed, he was distant, and I had access to a rare strain of mushroom that make people horny and suggestible. I added a microdose to the risotto. Risotto. I don't know how to pronounce that. Risotto, rather. My desserts, they were fucking on my by dessert, they were fucking on the dining table while I pretended to clean the kitchen. I filmed it from three angles. The next day, she paid me $45,000 to delete the video. I kept a copy and sold the blurred version to a gossip site for another $30,000. Now, every booking includes my special seasoning. I have spiked pasta for a rapper who ended up proposing to his side chick on live Instagram. On live Instagram. Sticks for a director who had a threesome with his assistant and his wife best friend, and sushi for a pop star who stripped naked and ran into the street. The clients always blame the weird wine or jet lag. They pay me six figures to keep quiet and still rehire me because the food is life changing. Of course, the food is life changing. It's changing their lives. I keep a disk encrypted hard drive with over 60 videos. One Oscar winner still sends me flowers every month because he thinks I saved his marriage by not telling anyone about the night he fucked two models in his pool while his girlfriend was upstairs. I sold that one for $85,000 to a British tabloid. The money bought me a Tesla and funds my real dream, opening a restaurant where no one will ever suspect the chef is the reason of half of Hollywood is in therapy. Wow. The thrill of watching these untouchable stars turn into animals because of something I cooked is better than any drug. I'm not just a chef anymore. I'm the puppet master of their worst impulses, and they keep paying me to pull the strings. Like I said earlier, it's so unbelieving to me that they don't really they don't really know or have any idea that you're actually the one that is doing this stuff. Honestly, it's more alarming than you think. Because even little parties, I'm not a celebrity. Even little parties that I have conducted, and there's always a phone sweep. Like, we do check for phones. If phones are on, well, we know that the party is going might go wide. So I don't know how celebrities now be holding party or having a private chef or thereabout. I don't really know. And the private chef is not being monitored for any slight listen, any slight or off behaviors. I understand that they might not monitor the chef in the kitchen, but at least they might monitor the CCTV camera. Like, how was this possible that someone filmed us while we were misbehaving? You understand me? There must be a detective to look into all these things. To look into all these things. I can't believe that this chef is getting away with it. I can't believe. What do you guys think? Is it possible? Is it possible? Please let me know. Please let me know. And please do where to follow. Do where to follow me on Twitch. Okay. Please do well to follow me. So the next confession here says, I'm a 44-year-old head librarian in a quiet suburb outside Boston, and I have been running an underground BDSM club in the basement for the public library after hours for the past 3 years, charging members $1,000 a night, while the town thinks I'm the sweet lady who reads to children during story time. I made 1.3 million, and no one has ever suspected the woman who stamps their book is the one whipping their mayor in the stacks. Wow. So let's continue. I started when the library budget got cut and needed cash. I noticed how many patrons lingered in the rare books room and how nervous they got when walked by. I turned the old storage basement into a fully equipped dungeon, soundproofed, camera monitored with every toy you can imagine. The first night, I invited a few discreet locals I knew from late returns. They paid $500 each and begged to come back. Now it runs 4 nights a week. Members include the town mayor, two judges, a high school principal, and half the PTA. Wow, that's a lot of high class society members. They wear masks, but I know exactly who they are because I check their library cards. I charge extra for story time specials where they have to read erotic books out loud while I use them. One city councilman pays $2,500 a month to be collared and walk like a dog through the children's section after closing. Hmm. The money renovated my house and sent my kids to private college. My husband thinks I'm working late on inventory. The town still votes me best librarian every year. Last week, the mayor came in during the day to return a book and whisper thank you for last night while his wife waited in the car. I smiled and stamped his card while the welts from my whip were still fresh under his suit. Hmm. I love the construct, helping a kid find good night moon by day and making the same kid's father beg for mercy by night. The library isn't dying anymore. It's thriving because what happens after the light goes out? So wait, you are telling me that you have been voted the best librarian every year. Why won't you be voted as the best librarian every year when the judge, the mayor, and more than half of the PTA members are actually your customers? Who do you think they want to vote next? You are the one that they will keep on voting. Like is your throne. Nobody's taking that crown from you. Nobody's taking that crown from you. And honestly, I don't really see any Asha is their fetish because I don't really see the will I say the thrill in you choosing to do BDSM. But any Asha, at least they say you want to make money, you need to give value or solve a problem. Right? That's what they say now. You need to give value or solve a problem. So currently you are um solving their problem, I guess. You are solving your problem, I guess. That's all I have to say. Okay. Okay, but if you think otherwise, just let me know in the chat. If you think otherwise, just let me know in the chat. The next one says, I'm a 32-year-old luxury personal shopper in Chicago, and I have been stealing the identities of my wealthy clients, opening secret credit cards in their names, and maxing them out on designer clothes and vacations for myself while they think their perfect wardrobe is just a peck of working with me. I have stolen 2.1 million and still have a waiting list of clients begging me to shop for them. Wow. It started small. A billionaire's wife gave me her credit card and told me to buy whatever I think looks good. I bought myself a $15,000 bag and she never noticed. Then I cloned her card, opened a duplicate account, and started living like her. I flew first class to Paris, stayed in the same hotels as she does, and posted fake stories from her account while she was at the gym. Now I have profiles for 14 different clients. I shop for them during the day, then use their identities at night. One socialites are Amex bill are high because of online fraud. I paid it off with another client's card. They all trust me completely because I make them look amazing and their husband never complain about the spending. I have bought a condo, a car collection, and enough jewelry to open my own store. Last month, I used a client's identity to charter a private jet to the Maldives while she was at her daughter's soccer game. She still thanks me for the gorgeous resorts where I picked out. The risk is huge, but the high of wearing a $10,000 dress that technically belongs to someone else while they pay for the unmatched why they pay for it is unmatched. I'm not shopping for them anymore. I'm shopping as them and they are funding my entire life. Honestly, this is the fraud of the century. This is the fraud of the century. And you know the beautiful thing, you're going to get caught up because one thing I know about all these wealthy people, they do auditing in their account. Although yes, they don't care. They do still audit their account. And when they notice all this thing, they make sure that you get caught because these monies are you should use been able to do fraud of over 2.1 million according to you. 2.1 million. That is something huge. Honestly, that is something huge. Really huge. I don't really know though. But what I know is that you are going to be caught so soon. So soon. Maybe at the end of the year when they've done balancing of their book, or I don't know what they call it in accounting. I'm a science student, not an accounting student. But this is fraud in another level. Completely another level. So the next confession here says, I'm a 41-year-old fitness influencer in Miami with over 2 million followers, and I have been secretly sabotaging my paid clients' progress by giving them fake supplements that cause weight gain while filming their transformation phase and selling the before and after footage to rival supplement companies for six figures deals. I have made 1.8 million and my followers think I'm the motivational queen who changes life. Wait. Let me read that again. I'm a 41-year-old fitness influencer in Miami with over 2 million followers, and I have been secretly sabotaging my paid clients' progress by giving them fake supplements that cause weight gain while filming their transformation phase and selling the before and after footage to rival supplement companies for six-figure deals. I have made 1.8 million and my followers think I'm the motivation queen who changes lives. Wow. What you guys do amaze me. It began when a supplement brand offered me $250,000 to promote their product. The results were terrible, so I started adding appetite stimulants and mild steroids to the placebo fashion I gave my private clients. They gained weight, blamed themselves, and paid me more for extra coaching. I filmed every weight in and sold the raw footage to competing brands who use it in their marketing. See why our product actually works. Wow. I have 68 private clients now and they pay $5,000 a month for my custom plan. I give them the fake pills, watch them get softer, then post inspirational quotes on Instagram while I deposit another 80,000 from a competitor. One famous reality star gained 28 pounds in 8 weeks and still tagged me in her journey post. I sold her footage for $120,000 last week. Wow, that's huge. The money bought me a beach house and a Lamborghini. My husband thinks the brand deals are real. My followers comment, "You saved me," under every post. Meanwhile, I'm the reason half of them are crying in the gym. I don't feel bad in the industry. Everyone is lying. I'm just the one getting paid for it. Wow, wow, wow. Well, before, I always think when it comes to fraud, Nigeria is the one taking the lead. But now, it seems that it's not Nigeria. And the funny thing is that you guys go for those that can really afford the lifestyle. And I don't know how you guys are not yet caught. Because in my country, there is a body that actually do investigation on money, how money runs in the accounts of every individual. So I don't know how your own country is so lenient about that. They are so lenient. But now, you guys are supposed to be caught. How you guys living this expensive lifestyle? Or you guys able to afford this expensive lifestyle? And there must be the transfer. Anyhow, this one is more secure because it comes as an promotion deal based that you are an influencer. What do you guys think? Do you think all these people always get away easily? Or you think um, definitely they will soon be caught? What do you guys think? I really need to know. Because me, uh, some of the stories here are now making me feel that making me feel it's not real or I don't just know. It's not just something that I want to just believe that it's just going that fine with their way of life. I don't know if I'm putting it right. I don't know if I'm using the right word here. I don't know if I'm using the right word. But let's go for the second confession. I'm a 35-year-old luxury hotel concierge. Oh, I know I don't get that. I'm a 35-year-old luxury hotel owner in Las Vegas, and for the past 4 years, I have been running a secret underground poker ring inside the penthouse suite, using the hotel's own security cameras to ring the game against high roller guests, while I make a 30% cut and sell the losing hands to their competitors as blackmail material. I have cleared 2.7 million, and every VIP still tips me five figures on the strip. Okay. So it started when the Saudi prince lost $800,000 at a private game I arranged in the presidential suite and begged me to cover it up for his family. I had the footage. Instead of deleting it, I offered to fix future games for a fee of for a fee. Now every weekend I host 4 tables in rotating suites. Billionaires, rappers, politicians, all thinking is an exclusive invite. Only invite. I control the dealers. How does he control the dealers? I control the cars. Wow. And the cameras. Man, this one is good. The players lose on purpose sometimes because they think it's part of the thrill. But I make sure the big fish lose the most. Last month, a tech billionaire in Silicon Valley lost 1.4 million in one night while his wife was in the spa downstairs. I sold the video of him crying and begging for another hand to his biggest business rival for $450,000. The rival used it to thank a major and thank me with a Rolex. The money paid for my own private villa outside the city and fund the fake charity I used to launder the cash. Wow. My hotel manager thinks employee employee of the month because the VIP keeps requesting me. They have no idea that when they shake my hand and slip me $10,000 for your trouble, I'm the reason they just lost their kids' college fund upstairs. One politician still send me Christmas card calling me the man who makes Vegas magic. I smile and reply while uploading his losing streak on a private server. The risk is real. One camera glitch or a sore loser could end it. But the power of watching these untouchable men lose everything while I stand at the front desk recommending restaurants is the ultimate high. I'm not a concierge anymore. I'm the house that always wins and they keep walking through my door begging to play. So you are actually operating an illegal um, gambling in your hotel or in a hotel. Then you make some win and make some lose. So those that win, they pay you 30%. Yeah, are you guys hearing all these schemes? So people, I don't know how people come and think of all this stuff. Like it shows that you guys are actually intelligent. Shows that you are using it for the wrong reasons. Using your intelligence to do the wrong things rather. Wow. But just know, Sha, you are going to get caught one day. Oh. You're going to get caught one day. It's not like when I say this, it's not that, like I hate you guys. I'm just trying to bring you guys to reality. Even though you do enjoy the high it brings, but you guys need to come in terms with the fact that eh, there must be um, there must be a mistake somewhere. There must be a mistake somewhere. As long as you're not doing what is right, there must be a mistake somewhere that will lead you to lose everything. It will make you lose everything. Okay, the next confession here states I'm 42-year-old funeral director in Chicago and I have been secretly selling the personal belongings and even body parts of the deceased to collectors on the dark web while the family thinks everything is cremated or buried with dignity. I have made 1.4 million and still get glowing reviews for my compassionate service. Wow. So they you said the body parts. Then okay, the ashes now that you now give the family, where do you get those ashes from? That's my question. Where do you get those ashes from? But let's begin. Let's continue rather. It began when a wedding widow wanted her husband Rolex buried with him. I swapped it for a cheap fake and sold the real one for $28,000. The rush was insane. Now I have a network of buyers to pay top dollar for authenticated celebrity or tragic young victim items. I take hair samples, jewelries, even small tattoos I cut and preserve before embalming. One collector paid $65,000 for the pacemaker of a famous heart surgeon because it still had his DNA on it. Wow. Are you guys hearing this stuff? It is not insane. It is not insane. Now I get you selling the jewelry, but the body parts, the tattoo, the pacemaker, like I don't understand though. The hair. Okay, I might understand the hair, like because they do sell those hairs to us. Ah God. But the is of a dead person, I honor the dead. And remember, they do sell the hair to Africans. Africans do buy these hairs. But I don't know now. This is way too much. You've crossed every line. You've crossed every line. But let's continue with the story. I have done it with 83 bodies. A rock star family paid extra for a private viewing while I already had his custom guitar listed online. A teenager car accident victim parent got a closed casket because I sold her cheerleading uniform and a lock of her hair to a fetish buyer. The money built my dream cabin, not and pays for my kids' elite private school. My staff thinks I'm meticulous because I stay late preparing the loved ones. Hey Jesus. They have no idea I'm cataloging every item in the secret warehouse before the service. Last week I buried an empty urn for a billionaire while his actual ashes sat in a jar on my shelf waiting for the highest bidder. The family hugged me and said I gave them closure. I smiled and wired another $120,000 to my account. I didn't feel like a grave robber. I feel like the only person giving these dead people one last purpose, turning their final possessions into someone else's possession. First of all, you are a freak. Honestly, I don't like calling people names, but this one, you are a freak. You are a freak. This is too much. Honestly, this is too much. This is too much. And two, I don't know where you get all these weird people that like all this stupid fetish. That like all this stupid fetish. That was how I was reading a book of a real life event where someone do eat human flesh. Now I know there are cannibals out there, but I don't. Ah, it was really bad because he made him a serial killer. He ended up being a serial killer. But nevertheless, this is the worst I've ever read. Worst. First of all, you are creepy. Then two, the I don't know your clients that do buy these things from you. They are the most weird human beings I've ever seen. Okay, now the billionaire artist that you keep waiting for the highest bidder. What is the highest bidder going to do now? Knowing that he has a billionaire ash with him. Is it that he has one kind of ritual that he needs to perform on the ash or what? Well, this is insane, honestly. This is insane. But what am I to judge? Let's go to the next one. I'm a 28-year-old barrister in Portland. Oh my God. I'm a 28-year-old barrister in Portland, Oregon, and I have been secretly collecting the DNA from my regular customers' coffee cups and selling it to a private investigator firm that uses it for blackmail and corporate espionage. I have made $680,000 in 18 months, and the customers still line up every morning calling me the best barrister in town. So, let me continue. Let me continue. Let me not comment now. It started when a creepy tech guy left his cup with perfect lip print, and I have realized I could swap it for saliva. A friend who works in pie told me DNA sells for $5,000 to $15,000 per clean sample rather, on the underground market. Now I have a system. I keep a hidden kit behind the counter. Every regular who orders the same drinks get their cup set aside and swap, label and ship overnight. The firm uses it to fake affairs, plant evidence, or ruin reputation. Wow. Wow. So you are just there destroying people's life. I have sold DNA from 147 people, CEOs, judges, married politicians, even a famous activist who thinks I'm just that friendly girl with tattoos, with the tattoos. I'm the hedge fund manager's sample. Wait, one hedge fund manager sample was used to frame him for a paternity suit that cost him $3 million in settlement. He still tips me $20 every day. The money paid off my student loans and bought me a motorcycle I ride while they sip their special lattes. The power of holding their genetic code in my pocket while they complain while they complain about their jobs is addictive. They have no idea one wrong order could end their marriage or career. I don't even feel guilty. In this city, everyone is spying on everyone. I'm just the one getting paid for the coffee. Wow. So you just choose to ruin your customer's life. You just choose to ruin your customer's life. And sometimes these confessions, most times I don't believe is if they are real. So you're not trying to let me know now that there's a company that just specialize in blackmailing and or implanting evidence that are not there to for to bring down people. So that means if I have an issue now with a top judge or a politician, I can meet a particular company and pay them to blackmail the politician or the judge. And these are the way they do take evidence or they do plant evidence on people. Wow, wow. That's what I can say. Wow. But Chad, do you think all these are real? Because sometimes I do feel like the, these stories most times are made up. I do feel that these stories most times are made up. So do you think that this story is real? Please let me know. I need to know. What do you think? What do you think? Okay. Please write in the chat. What do you think? Are these are these are these confessions? Do you think they are real? Do you think they are real? I know. Yes, I don't know them, and I don't really care to know. That is the this thing. That's the agreement I made with you guys. If you drop a confession, it's purely anonymous. Even the miss that we do get them, mostly from Reddit. Mostly from Reddit. The yes or confession post on Reddit. That's what we're actually reading. That's what we're actually reading. But you guys should just let me know what you think about it. If these confessions are being forged or if they are real. I need to know what you guys think. So the next confession here says, I'm a 37-year-old personal banker in New York City and have been forging loan documents to lead to lend myself millions from clients' accounts, then investing the money in crypto and paying it back when it profits, while the client thinks their portfolio are growing naturally. Wait, let me read that again. I'm a 37-year-old personal banker in New York City and have been forging loan documents to lend myself millions from client accounts, then investing the money in crypto and paying it back with the profits, while the client thinks their portfolio are growing naturally. I have stolen the rapid 4.2 million and still get promoted every year for outstanding client returns. Wow. So you are just a millionaire overnight. It started during the 2022 crash when I was underwater on my own mortgage. I borrowed $250,000 from a sleeping elderly client's account, bought Bitcoin at the bottom, and paid it back 6 months later with 400% profit. Wow. That is times four. The client never noticed because I faked the statement. Now it's systematic. I target the accounts that are rarely checked. Trust and retirees, overseas clients. I move the money into the shell companies, trade it and return it with market gains before the quarterly review. Okay. I've done it 41 times. One window thinks one widow thinks her late husband portfolio tripled because of my brilliant strategy. She sent me cookies every Christmas. The money bought my parents a house in Florida and fund my secret art collection. My boss calls me the golden boy of the private banking division. I smile re- during performance reviews while other seven-figure wire from crypto hit my hidden wallet. The risk is constant. One audit could end it, but the thrill is sitting across from a client and showing them their growth. While I know I use their money to make myself rich, it's better than any high. I'm not managing their wealth anymore. I'm using it as a personal casino, and they are all winning on paper while I win in for real. So now you are telling me now that the bank you are working for, they don't monitor their staffs, because that's what you're actually saying. So that means it shows that your bank is not safe. The bank you are working with is not safe. That's what it shows. That's what it shows. That's what it's actually telling me, that your bank is not safe. And honestly, that's alarming. That's alarming. That's not where people should actually put their money. That's not where people should actually put their money. And you know the beautiful thing about humans is that they might wake up one day and just decide to do that audit. That audit that you are scared of that might make them get you caught. Mhm. You might just wake up one day and just do their audit. Or maybe they might have one issue, maybe a fraud issue or a divorce issue, and that account may come into light during court cases. So they will want to audit such account. Yeah, it's an offshore account. All those offshore accounts, that's the reason why people audit it without um, I don't know, that normal notification. We know, yes, that they do the audit every quarterly, but people just do audit randomly based on something, like I said earlier, based on divorce problem, or based on fraud or illegal money transfer, hmm all those stuff. So it's just glaring that you you getting away with it and you being caught, you just holding by a thread, honestly. Okay, let's go to the next one. Next one says, I'm a 45-year-old stay-at-home mom in Austin, Texas, and I have been secretly running an international baby formula counterfeiting ring from my kitchen, diluting real formula with cheap fillers and selling it online to desperate parents while my own kids drink the pure stuff. I have made 1.9 million and the parents still thank me for in the reviews for saving their babies. Wow. It started when I saw how much people paid for specialty formula during shortages. I bought bulk cheap powder, mixed it with powder milk and vitamins, and repackaged it in real looking cans. I printed myself. The first batch sold out in 48 hours on a private Facebook group. Now I ship worldwide: Europe, Asia, Middle East, using fake tracking numbers and my husband business account as cover. Wow. I have a warehouse in the suburb and two employees who thinks it's a legit side hustle. My husband thinks I'm running an online boutique. The money paid for our dream backyard pool and fund my secret plastic surgery fund last month. Last month, a mother in London sent me a video of her baby striving on premium formula. I smiled and shipped her another case of a diluted mix while my own kids drank the real imported stuff. I keep locked away. I tell myself the filters are harmless and the parents would buy worse on the street. The power of knowing the power of knowing I control what babies eat across the world while I play perfect mom at the PTA is the darkest street I have ever had. One day, a baby might get sick and the trail could lead back to me. Until then, every five-star review is another $8,000 in my pocket and another reminder that I'm the one who decides who gets the good stuff. Wow. So you're the one that decides who get the good stuff. Honestly, yeah, from this your confession, I don't know what this is, but from this confession, I found out that, or I already know before, that for every product or every services, there are people that they are called the white knight. So this white knight is that even though the product or the services is really, really, really poor, they always give positive review. You most times people think that they are being paid to give such a positive review. Honestly, I've seen it many, many times. So that's why I believe this story. That's why I believe this story. People will keep on telling her that she's doing well, that their kids are loving it, or that kids are growing perfectly fine. Meanwhile, she knows that she's just selling them milk and some vitamins. Diluted real milk formula. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And these are kids for Christ's sake. They are just developing their brain or their major organs. And this is what you are giving to them. Honestly, I don't know. It's it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Well, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. I'm a 36-year-old subway conductor in New York City, and for the past 5 years, I have been secretly trapping late night passengers in stored trains, forcing them into humiliating sexual acts while I record everything and sell the videos on a private fetish network that pays me $10,000 per clip. I have made over 2.4 million, and the MTA still gives me Employee of the Month for my perfect on-time record. Wow. So wait, when after you release all these passengers, don't they complain or don't they report to the police station? But let me continue, Sha. Maybe there will be an explanation. It started on a slow midnight run on the sixth train when a drunk Wall Street guy passed out alone in the last car. I hit the emergency brake in the tunnel, killed the light, and told him the train was stopped for an hour. He was scared. I offered him a way to pass the time. He let me film him on his knees. The video sold for $8,000 the next day. The rush was insane. Mhm. Man, this is bad. Now I have a system. I only target the late night cars with one or two passengers who look rich or famous. I stole the train between stations, use the intercom to say it's a signal problem, and go back the car. Some beg for flights, some cry. Some beg, some fight, some cry. I get it all on the hidden body cam I wear under my uniform. The network love the authentic trap in NYC subway vibe. I have done it with hedge fund guys, Broadway actors, even a married congresswoman who still rides my train twice a week and pretend nothing happened. Wow. The money paid for my Tribeca loaf and fund my fake sick leave I take when I need to edit footage. My wife thinks I'm just a dedicated conductor who works crazy hours. The passengers I trap never report it because they are too ashamed, and I always let them go with a warning that next time it could be worse. On one tech CEO still tips me $100 every time he sees me because he thinks I save him from the tunnel. Last month, I trapped a famous influencer and her boyfriend. The video of her crying while I made them perform for the camera sold for $25,000 in 12 hours. She still posts subway selfies with captions about NYC adventures. I smile every time I see her because I own the real adventure. I know one day the cameras in the cars will catch me or someone will fight back hard. But right now, every time I hear stand clear of stand clear of the closing doors, I see a lone passenger at 2 a.m. I feel like the king of the underground. The MTA pays me to drive the train. The passenger pays me with their dignity. I win both ways. Wow. So now you're telling me that you guys train, they don't to track it to see that regularly there's always this, what will I call this interruption or flow or movement of the train. All trains, I don't know. Maybe from where I come from, are being tracked. So if there is any uh, intersection on the way, or maybe there is a problem, they know immediately from the station. They always know from the station, and they quickly go to fix it. We don't really have underground trail in my country. And we don't have underground trail in my country, but just the ones that I know are that are here in my country does not go without not being tracked. That not being tracked. So talk less of an underground subway. Nevertheless, you are the one that is getting away with it, or maybe you know how you are doing it. The next confession says, I'm a 41-year-old celebrity makeup artist in Los Angeles, and I have been secretly adding skin destroying chemicals to the foundation I use on A-list clients so their skin break out right before red carpet. Then charging them triple for emergency fix session while I sell the before after photos on tabloids. I have made 1.7 million and every star still calls me their magic touch. You know all these things, when I hear all these stories, they remind me about all these antivirus companies where they create the virus and after creating the virus, they send it to users. After they finish selling it to users, they will now have to sell the antivirus now to the same users. Why they were the one that created the virus. So that's what you are doing here. Also, let me continue. It began with an actress who was rude to me during a fitting. I mixed a tiny amount of cheap irritant into her costume foundation. She broke out the night before the Oscars. I rushed over with an emergency kit, fixed in 2 hours, and charged $45,000. The tabloid paid me another $30,000 for the exclusive before shot I took of her trailer. Of her, sorry, let me read that again. Let me come again. The tabloid paid me another $30,000 for the exclusive before shot I took in her trailer. The high was active. Now, every big client gets the special blend. I keep a locked case with different strengths, mild for the nice ones, nuclear for the divas. I have run skin for Oscar winners, Grammy artists, and supermodels. They all think it's stress or diet. I show up like a hero with my $15,000 emergency bag, and they cry thanking me. And they cry thanking me while I pocket the cash and send the photos to my tabloid contacts. One pop star who fired me last year still has scars from the allergic reaction I gave her before the Met Gala. She rehired me for her wedding and paid $80,000 upfront. I saw the wedding I saw the wedding day close up on her breakout for $65,000. The money brought me a house in the hills and found my secret skincare line that actually works, only for me and my inner circle. Wow. My assistant thinks I'm a genius because my clients keep coming back. They have no idea I'm the reason they need me in the first place. Every time I blend that perfect base on camera and the flash pot go off, I smile knowing their flawless skin is my creation and my destruction at the same time. Wow. Me- This story is interesting. Like I said earlier, these are just like antivirus companies. These are just like antivirus companies. But one thing you need to note is that um, one day these celebrities might be talking about a makeup artist saving them, and they will find out that you have been the one that have been saving them after you first apply the makeup on them before the disaster happened. So one or two might just connect the dots and see that there's a fishy stuff going on there. I don't know if you guys get me. I don't know if you guys get me. If you get me, please say something in the chat. So one or two person might just connect the dots and see that there's something fishy actually going on. Once they do, it's over. Once they do, it's over. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat, please. Let me know. Let me know. I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Do you think she won't be caught? Do you think she won't be caught? Because I know she's going to be caught. She's going to be caught. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section, please. Let me know in the comment section. Okay, let me know in the comment section. Just know anytime you send it, I'm going to reply. Anytime you send it, I'm going to reply. So the next confession says that I'm a 29-year-old cruise ship bartender in luxury liners out of Miami, and I have been running a secret prostitution ring using the crew and passengers for last 3 years, pocketing 1.2 million in cash while the captain thinks I'm just the guy who makes the best pina coladas. I don't know what that is. Pina coladas. It started when a married passenger offered me $2,000 to find him company on the 7-day Caribbean cruise. I introduced him to a cute waitress who needed money. They hooked up in his suite while his wife was at the spa. Word spread. Now I have 14 crew members, waitresses, dancers, stewards on my roster and a waiting list of passengers who pay $1,000 to $5,000 per night for discreet companionship. I run it like a business. I use the ship manifest to target the richest passengers and send coded drinks menus with emojis and handle all the money through a fake crew gratuity account. The captain has no clue. The crew loves the extra cash. The passengers thinks the best vacation the passenger thinks is the best vacation of their life. I have arranged threesomes in the captain's private hot tub while he was on the bridge, full nights in the presidential suite, even once a bachelorette party that turned into an orgy with the groom best man. Last cruise, a Fortune 500 CEO paid me $15,000 for 2 nights with two different girls while his wife was in yoga class every morning. The money let me buy a condo in Miami, and I'm saving for my own boat. My girlfriend back home thinks I'm just hard on tips. Things I just work hard on tips. The cruise line gives me perfect reviews because guest satisfaction is through the roof. The guest satisfaction is through the roof. I'm just pouring out drinks. I'm not just pouring out drinks anymore. I'm the captain of the real party that happens after the show and end with the lights when it goes down. I don't understand that part. Honestly, I don't understand that part. But honestly, you're actually the captain of the boat. You are not a bartender, you're actually the captain of the boat. You are running it smoothly. You are running it smoothly. Except one of your so-called waitresses, dancer and steward, eh, go out of line. You won't be caught. You won't be caught. Or maybe the wife of those rich folks catch them. That's when there will be a problem. But anyhow, you're actually the captain of that boat. You're actually the captain of that boat. There's nothing more to say. There's nothing more to say. Okay, the next confession. The next confession here says, I'm a 44-year-old tech startup founder in San Francisco. I have been secretly installing hidden cameras in every employee's apartment through our free homes office setup program. Then watching the footage and using their private moments to manipulate promotions, firing, and even force some of them into sexual relationship with me. That's gross. I have grown the company into $108 million valuation while owning every single person who works for me. Hmm. It started as a paranoia. I gave the first five employees company laptops and smart homes devices with built-in cameras. The footage was addictive. I saw everything: argument, affairs, drug use, one guy jacking off on my photos. I use it all. Wow. So that means you're a lady. If a guy jack up on your photos, that means you're a lady. The guy who was stealing code got promoted, so he stayed loyal. The woman who hated me got fired after I saw her bad mouthing me in her bedroom with her husband. That's over the roof now. Now the entire 87-person team gets the premium home kit. I watch them 247. You are a stalker. I blackmailed three employees into sleeping with me. One still thinks it was her idea. The board thinks I'm a genius because turnover is low and productivity is insane. Because everyone is terrified, I know their secrets. The money from investors paid for my mansion and my private jet. My co-founder thinks the cameras are for security reasons. Last week, I watched my head of sales cry to his wife about wanting to quit, then called him into my office and gave him a raise while reminding him how much the company cares about his family. He thanked me with tears in his eyes. Wonderful. I don't feel like a boss anymore. I feel like a god who knows who owns their soul. Honestly, one day the wrong person will find the server. Until then, I keep handing out the free gadgets and collecting their live frame from at sorry, let me come back again. Let me read that again. Until then, I keep handing out their free gadgets and collecting their live one frame at a time. For this confession, I have to clap. I have to clap. I have to clap. That buzz is, I don't know. That is incredible. First of all, you're a stalker. You are, I don't know. Okay, now. So if you now see them now making out, you keep on watching. You say you watch 247. So that means you are even addicted to your workers' lifestyle. You are just looking for every means to pin something on them. Honestly, the idea, I like the idea. I won't lie, I like the idea. But it's too much. It's over the fence. Or let's say over the bar. Ehen. It's too much. And the way you use it is so funny. the way you use it, especially to that your sales guy that is now thanking you for the raise, not knowing that he was being watched by you. So nothing now is secret to you. Nothing. You have everything on your fingertip. That's sharp. That's sharp. That's sharp. What do you guys think about this story? Please let me know. Let me know. Please let me know. Let me know in the chat section. Please, what do you guys think about this? Hello, hello. Let me know. Please let me know. Let me know. You guys should let me know. What do you guys think about this guy? Like what he said. He said he's a boss of a company. He do give his employees some packages, like thank you packages, that has a camera installed in it. So he do watch their every movement at home, not really when they go for parties or ceremony, just the movement at home. Mhm. That's when they're really vulnerable to talk about their work and how it went. And he used it in his favor. He said that he used to fire people, and he also used it to, uh, what is it called? Give raises, and promotions also. What do you think about that idea? Is the idea actually bad? That's my question now. What do you think about the idea? Is the idea actually bad? Because for me, I think that's cool. Oh. That's cool. I don't really see anything bad in the idea. Just that you are intruding into their privacy. You're intruding. That is where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line. Even uh, a slave, so not to go intrude into the privacy, except you know the slave is a thief. And that's when you now decide to, okay, you want to intrude into their privacy. Okay. So the next one, next confession here says, I'm a 32-year-old zookeeper in San Diego, and I have secretly drugging the animals to make them more aggressive during public show. So visitors pay extra for VIP danger experience. While I said the raw footage of near attack to underground animal fight circles, I have made $890,000, and the zoo still calls me the best handler they have ever had. Hmm. It started when attendance was down and the director wanted more excitement. I added a mild stimulant to the big cat's food before the lion show. The cat went crazy. The cat screamed, and ticket sales doubled. A shady guy in the audience offered me $5,000 for the unedited video. I realized I had a good mind. Now every big show is rigged. I drug the tigers, the bears, even the elephants, just enough to make them unpredictable. VIP guests pay $2,000 each to stand closer while the animals snare and lodge. I sell the raw footage to private collectors who get on the danger. One clip of a tiger almost taking his off his a handler. Sorry, let me take that again. One clip of a tiger almost taking off a handler's arm sold for $28,000. Wow. The zoo thinks the animal are just excited. The visitor thinks it is real nature. My colleague called me the miracle worker because the shows are always packed. The money paid for my dream truck and funds the private animal sanctuary and building on the side with the real profit. Last week I almost lost a keeper when the drugged lion got too close. I saved him on camera and the video sold $45,000. Ah, so the video sold for $45,000. The keeper thanked me for quick reflexes. I smiled and scheduled the next VIP show for tomorrow. I love animals, I really do. But the power of controlling the fear of thousands while the zoo thanks me for the revenue is the ultimate high. One day, an animal might actually kill someone. Until then, I keep the drugs flowing and the money coming in. Wow, this is wickedness. This is wickedness. So now you're telling me now that you are making these animals addictive to drugs. And two, you are putting the lives of everyone at risk. Everyone, except those buying the footage. Only those buying the footage that their lives are not at risk. Every other person there in that zoo, life is at risk. You even say someone almost lose his arm. So what do you think? You the next day might be the day that it will all backfire. You will lose someone, a worker or a viewer. Honestly, this is beyond money making scheme now. You need to actually put yourself in the shoes of the people that you are actually causing harm with, causing harm to rather. Honestly, imagine you lose your father or your mother through this experience. Yes, I know you guys came to the zoo to catch fun, mhm, and to learn one or two things about the animal, but now using it to um endanger lives. No, nah, it's beyond um money making or getting crowd to come. Honestly, it's beyond. The high is not worth it. No high is worth a human life to me. Honestly, no high is worth a human life. This is worse than blackmail. This is worse than blackmail. So the next one here says, I'm a 39-year. Sorry, I'm coming. Please just go. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to stop that noise. I just wanted to stop that noise. So let's continue. I'm a 39-year-old high-end event planner in London, and for the past 3 years, I have been secretly spiking the champagne of billionaire weddings with a costume aphrodisiac, aphrodisiac, I don't know how to pronounce this word, God, that makes everyone lose control. Then selling the hidden camera footage of the resulting orgies and after affairs to rival families and tabloids while the couple still pays me six figures for the perfect day. I have made over $2.9 million and every bride still calls me the best event planner in Europe. How? It started at a tech billionaire's wedding in a private castle outside Paris. The groom was cheating and the bride was suspicious, so I slipped a mild dose into the vintage Doom Perignon. By midnight, the entire reception was a mess of secret hookups in the gardens and bathroom. I had cameras everywhere as security. The voltage sold for $180,000 to the groom's business rival who used it to destroy a manger. The couple paid me the full fee and every tip extra because it was the most unforgettable night ever. Wow, so that means they do enjoy the thrill that the drugs gives them. How is that? I don't know, sha. Let's continue. Now, every luxury wedding I plan gets the special blend. I target the ones with power, money, and secrets. I have done royal adjacent ceremonies, Hollywood power couples, and old money estates into my personal film set. One British lord's daughter had her wedding turned into a full swap party while her father watched from the balcony. I sold that one for $420,000. The couple renewed their vows last month and hired me again. Please, if the couple hire you again, don't do it again, please. Please. And I don't know if why are they not are you guys not being caught? Have they not seen the repetition? Don't they notice the repetition? The money bought me a townhouse in Mayfair and fund the private island I'm buying next year. My assistant thinks I'm a genius because my events always go viral for the electric atmosphere. The guests have the guests have no idea I'm the reason their marriages are hanging by a thread and their reputation are one leaked video away from ruin. Last weekend I planned a wedding in Monaco where the groom fucked his best man's wife in the honeymoon suite while the bride was cutting the cake. I already have three buyers lined up. Hmm. I don't feel guilty. These people pay me to create memories. I just make sure the memories are worth selling. Wow. Wow. Really, they do pay you to make memories indeed. They do pay you to make memories indeed. Wow. Honestly, I'm speechless. Honestly, I don't know. Every day I always get to one or two of these confessions that render me speechless. That always render me speechless. Wow. Okay. Let's go to the next one, please. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. I'm a 33-year-old emergency room nurse in Sydney, Australia, and I have been deliberately delaying treatment for 30 patients so their rich families pay me cash bribes for priority care while I sell their medical records to insurance companies and private investigators. I have made 1.5 million and the hospital still gives me award for outstanding patient advocacy. Wow. Wow. It began when a famous footballer came in after a car crash. This white offered me $20,000 to bump him to the front of the line. I took it and watched the other patient wait. The power was addictive. Now I have a system. I identify the wealthy ones from their watches, accents, or the way their families throw money around. I lose their paperwork, misplace their blood work, and wait for the envelope to appear. I've done it with 64 patients. One tech CEO mother waited 6 hours in agony while I counted $35,000 in my pocket, in my locker rather. I sold her full medical history to a competitor the next day for another $28,000. The family thanked me with gifts and five-star reviews. The hospital thanks me. The hospital thinks I'm compassionate because I always stay late. The money paid for my beach apartment and my brother's university tuition. My colleagues call me, my colleagues rather, call me the best nurse in the world. Last night, I delayed a politician's surgery just long enough for his rival to leak a story about his health scare. He still slipped me $15,000 and called me an angel. I know one day a patient will die because of me, but right now, every time a rich family panics, the riches of their wallet, and I feel like, sorry, let me take that again. I know one day a patient will die because of me, but right now, every time a rich family panics and reaches for their wallet, I feel like the real doctor in the room. Wow. Honestly, I don't really know because I always wanted to ask. I say I will ask at the end of the live stream, but I want to ask now. Where do you guys see all these annoying sites that even um, help you guys help you guys or like say or buy this stuff from you guys? Where do you guys do see all these sites? Please let me know. Let me know. I need to know. I need to know where you guys do see all this stuff because to me is really um what will I say? It's really surprising that people are willing to pay huge amount for just all these details. It's really surprising, honestly. It's surprising to me. So that's what I want to know. Where do you guys do see all these um set buyers that do buy all this stuff? I need to know where you guys do see them. Not because I want to patronize them though. like like the thing is, I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised that all these things you guys easily sell them. And you guys are not selling them for cheap amounts. You guys are not selling them for anything cheap. That's the most amazing part of it. So that's why I actually just want to I just want to know, where do you guys do see this buyer? Is it dark web? Oh God, I don't know why I'm asking all these questions. Let me just stop there. Let me stop there. Let me stop there. I guess I'm crossing the line here. I guess I'm crossing the line. Okay. So now let's go to the next one. I'm a 28-year-old OnlyFans creator in Toronto, Canada, and I have been catfishing married men by pretending to be their teenage daughter's best friend, getting them to send explicit videos and money, then anonymously sending everything to their wives while I keep the cash. Wow. I made $1.1 million and the men still beg her for more. Wait, let me read that again. I'm a 28-year-old OnlyFans creator in Toronto, Canada, and I have been catfishing married men by pretending to be their teenage daughter's best friend, getting them to send explicit videos and money, then anonymously sending everything to their wives while I keep the cash. I have made $1.1 million and the men still beg her for more. Wow. When she said the men still beg her for more, that means the men still beg she rather now for more. So let me continue. I started as It started as revenge after my own dad cheated on my mom. I created a fake profile as Kylie, 19, cheerleader. Married men in their 40s and 50s fell hard. They sent dick pics, voice notes, money my fake name, even videos of them jerking off calling me baby while calling me baby girl. I asked for gifts for college. They sent thousands. Then I flipped the script. I compiled the evidence and sent it to their wife from a burner account with a simple message: your husband has been talking to me. I keep the money. I have destroyed 37 marriages. 37 marriages. One that still pays Kylie $800 a month, even after his wife left him because he thinks she will forgive him if he stops. The money bought me a condo and a new car. My real friends think I'm just a successful content creator. The men have no idea the girl they are obsessed with is the same age as their daughters, and this is the reason their lives are falling apart. Last week, a judge sent me a video of him in his robes. I sent it to his wife and collected another $4,000 before she filed for divorce. I sleep like a baby knowing I'm a karma they deserve. Wow. So you are the Batman of Gotham City or what? What do you think you are? you are blackmailing all these men. I don't know. Actually, to me, you're not blackmailing them per se because um the video was really sent to you. You didn't force them to send it to you. And you don't trick them. They watch your video. They like your video. They subscribe. So I believe all those are part of the terms and condition. And two, they are not babies. They are adults. So I believe they are willing to um, face the consequences. What do you guys think? Do you think she's actually a whiteness? That means she's actually helping these women that are married to these men, or she's just doing it as a revenge for what her father did to her mom. What do you think? Please let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box. So what do you think? What do you think? Oh, you said cheap viewer. Okay. Please just let me know what you think in the chat box. Let me read the next confession while you type. I'm a 47-year-old corporate lawyer in Hong Kong, and I have been forging client signatures to siphon millions into my own offshore accounts while representing them in billion-dollar deals. Then using the money to fund my secret gambling addiction in Macau casinos. I have stolen I have stolen 3.8 million and still win every big case because the client never checked the fine print. That is huge. It started small during a merger when the CEO was too busy to read. I was so busy to read the document. I added a clause that funded $450,000 to my shell company. He signed. The high was better than the courtroom win. Now every deal gets my special treatment. I move money through fake expenses and consulting fees that look legitimate. I have done it on 29 major deals. Wow. Chinese billionaire still thanks me for saving his company, while I lost $600,000 of his money at a baccarat table last month. The cash funds the cash funds my private jet trips to Macau, where I gamble it all away and then steal more to cover it. My parents think I'm the rainmaker of the firm. My wife thinks the bonuses are real. Last week, I closed a 2.4 billion dollar deal and wired $380,000 to my account before the ink dried. The client took me to dinner and called me a genius. I know the house always wins in the end, but right now, every time I forge another signature, I feel like I'm the one battling the system. You believe you are actually um, forging signatures, but to be honest, you're actually forging a of funding a lifestyle that is going to bite you in the ass one day. That's the truth. The lifestyle is going to bite you in the ass one day. The reason I say that is that when it comes to gambling, hmm, the addiction is really real and it always ruins a person's life. Yes, you think you are making money, but honestly, you are going to lose all those money. You are going to lose all the money. And it's not like I'm saying this um because what you are doing is wrong, which is true that what you are doing is wrong. I'm saying it because of examples. Examples. Oil addicted gamblers always end up poor, wretched, and broke. Honestly, all. I did not say some, I say all. Like a setting that's not some of them, but all of them always ended up broke and wretched. Okay, so no matter how much you steal, it won't be enough. It won't be enough. You're already addicted to it, so it won't be enough. It won't be enough. You are going to see squander everything, everything. So let's go to the next one. Next one says, I'm a 41-year-old stay-at-home mom in Vancouver, Canada, and I have been secretly running a blackmail ring targeting parents at my kids' elite private school by hacking their phones during PTA meetings and exposing their affairs and financial crimes while pretending to be the perfect bake sale mom. I have made 2.2 million and the school still votes me parent of the year. Wow. Wow. Please tell us how you do hijack their phone. I need to know. Let's continue. It started when I found one dad's notes. Let me say that again. It started when I found one dad's note on his wife phone during a meeting. I cloned the device and sent him a message demanding $50,000 or his wife gets everything. He paid. Now, uh, now I have spyware on 28 parents' phone. I know who is cheating, who is cooking the books, who is buying drugs. I hit them one at a time. A hedge fund mom paid $120,000 to keep her cocaine habit secret. A tech dad paid $90,000 after I caught him with his nanny. They all still smile at me at school drop off and ask me to organize the spring affair. The money paid for our dream home and a secret Swiss account. My husband thinks I'm just super involved in school activities. You're actually super involved in the school activities, honestly. Last month, I made the principal pay $75,000 after I caught him sexting a teacher. He still thanked me for the cupcakes I brought to the staff meeting. I love being the mom everyone trusts while I own their darkest secrets. One day, someone might trace it back. Until then, I keep baking cookies and collecting envelopes. From this conversation, I have just one question. This spyware app, is it not so obvious? Like, is it not obvious on the phone? Don't the phone even detect? Because I know my phone, and it's an Android phone. It do detect all the spy app, saying that it will say, um, this app may contain. How does it put it up? Because I know there was one I installed for calls, so that I can easily get people contact that are hiding their contact from me. So the my phone actually sent me a notification telling me that the app has a spy feature. I forgot the way you put it. So now I'm so surprised now that you are not telling me that you put a spyware app in this parent's phone. Over 28%, I mean 28 parents, and none of them are so observant to notice that their phone is being tapped on. Like, how is that possible? That's just my question. Like, how is that possible? I need to know how you do it. Oh God, when I say things like this, it's funny. So that I'm trying to wrap my head around it so that I won't be a victim of this. You get these confessions mostly are not just for entertainment purposes. Yes, it's actually entertaining, but it's majorly educational. I hope you guys get me. I hope you guys get me. It's majorly educational. So that's why I don't answer this question because I want to know. Let me not go and fall in victim to all this nonsense. Honestly, let me not go and fall in victim to all this nonsense. So the next confession here states, I'm a 34-year-old luxury watch dealer in Paris, France, and for the past 4 years, I have been secretly swapping genuine Rolex and Patek Philippe watches with high quality fake during private viewing, then selling the real ones on the grey market while the rich clients think they are wearing authentic pieces worth millions. I have made over 2.1 million, and every collector still invites me to their yachts for expert advice. It started when a Russian oligarch wanted a quick flip on a rare Daytona. I had a perfect replica made overnight. He never noticed the difference in the weight or the movement because I switched it during the champagne toast. The real one sold in Geneva, in Geneva for 1.2 million the next week. The rush was better than any sale I have ever closed legitimately. Now, every private appointment gets the switch. I keep a lock safe in my Maria's showroom with dozens of replicas calibrated to match serial numbers and engravings. I have swapped 47 watches. Wow, that's a lot. 47 watches. One Hollywood producer wears his 850,000 Nautilus to every premiere, while the real one is on a collector's rigs in Dubai. Wow. He still pays me $40,000 a year for maintenance check. The money bought me a penthouse overlooking the sign and fund the vintage car collection no one knows about. My wife thinks the sudden wealth is from smart investment. My client told me as the most trusted dealer in Europe. Last month, I swapped one I swapped a one of one Paul Newman Daytona for a Saudi prince during a private dinner in at La Merouge. All these Saudi. I know yes that they are fucking rich, but I don't know. You guys always have a way of getting them. Any actually is your business, so I believe you know your customers and you know how to reach your customers. If not, you won't be in such business. But nevertheless, let's continue. He wore the fake with his wedding to his wedding the next day. I already had the three buyers bidding on the real one before the cake was cut. The power of watching these men flash fake millions while I hold the real value in my vote is ultimate high. They think they own time. I own their illusions. The beautiful thing is that one day, because these people are rich, so they meet also their fellow rich people that knows the quality of these things and actually knows the real one. No matter how um authentic the fake look, the person that knows watches, me I don't know watches honestly, but those that know watches knows watches, and they are going to spot it. Once they spot it, you are gone. You are gone. I know you think you have done it to you have swapped over 47 watches or over 40 watches, but I can bet you are going to get caught very, very, very soon. Very, 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 except they are not wearing it. They are not wearing the watch everywhere they go. Except that. Because once someone spot a fake watch on a billionaire's hand and maybe approach, not maybe, and approach that billionaire, you have gone for, you are gone for. So your line of fraud is actually the worst to ever go to. So this one says, I am a 30, this is another confession now. It said that I'm a 37-year-old personal trainer to the stars in Los Angeles, and I have been secretly filming celebrities in compromising positions during recovery sessions and selling the footage to tabloids and rival agencies while pretending to be their most loyal motivator. I have made 1.9 million, and every A-lister say renews their $10,000 a month contract. It began with an addition. It began with an action hero who passed out during a sauna session. I kept the camera rolling while the confessed his steroids use and secret boyfriend. The clip sold for $120,000. Now every session has hidden angles. I push them until they break, crying, poking, or worse, and I capture it. A pop diva who still thinks her private yoga is confidential, while the video of her snorting lines off my massage table is in a safe deposit box. I have done it with 29 clients, A late night host paid me $85,000 to lose a video of him having a panic attack in the middle of plaque. I sold it anyway. The video paid for my Malibu beach house and my kid trust fund. My celebrity clients me family, called me family. They have no idea their lowest moments are my retirement plan. The, Last week, a supermodel broke down about her eating disorder during a cool down. I comforted her on the camera and sold raw footage. The same night, she tipped me $5,000 and said I'm the only one she trusts. I smiled and booked her next session. Wow, wow. So you just choose to make sure that they are broken. They employ you as their personal trainer, or you take them over the limits and still make money off their misery. The misery you put them. Tell me, how is that not wickedness? How is that not heartless? What do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think? Please let me know. What do you guys think in the chat? Just let me know. So the next confessions here say that I'm a 42-year-old private jet pilot based in Dubai, and I have been smuggling endangered animals parts and conflict diamonds in a luggage compartment for a syndicate while flying billionaires around the world. Using my captain's clearance to bypass all customs, I have moved 4.7 million worth of cargo and still get perfect safety ratings from their charter companies rather. It started when a client asked me to forget a sealed cooler in the hold. It was Rhino Horn. I got paid $150,000. Now every flight has extra weight to I hide. Now every flight has an extra weight. I hide the package behind the emergency oxygen mask and inside the avionics bar. The clients have no idea their $80,000 flight includes 2 million in illegal goods. I've done it on 61 flights. One oil tycoon flew with a suitcase of blood diamonds while his wife sipped champagne 6 feet away. I sold the manifest pictures to Interpol contacts as insurance. The money built my secret villa in the Maldives and paid for my daughter's Ivy League tuition. My co-pilot thinks I'm juicy, lucky with tips. The passengers thank me for smooth landing, while I'm the reason their entire species are disappearing. Hmm. Last month, I flew a Saudi Royal with a live falcon in a hidden crate. He tipped me $100,000 cash. I smiled and filed the flight and failed the flight plan like nothing happened. Wow. All these animal artifacts, honestly, I don't really get them. But nevertheless, those that is their fetish, they are the ones that are involved in all those stuff. I don't really, for me personally, I don't really get them. I don't really see the use in it. So it's not my thing. I don't really have anything to say about it. But with this kind of accurate um, plan or process, I believe if he's being caught, it won't be from his own mistake. It might be from the pushers, their mistake. Mhm.
That's where it will come from. I'm not sure it will be from his own side. But nevertheless, let's continue. The next confession here say that I'm a 31-year-old kindergarten teacher in Berlin, Germany, and I have been secretly selling custom videos of myself in the classroom after hours to the fathers of my students who are playing their street teacher while their wives are at work. I have made $1.3 million, and the parents still rave about how much their kids love my class. It started when one dad flirted with me. Sorry, let me say that again. It started when one dad flirted with me during pickup. I offered a private parent conference video. He paid $30,000. Sorry, $3,000 rather. Now I have 42 regular subscribers. I film in the exact same dress I wear during circle time, during the same crayons and alphabet posters in the background. They pay extra for videos where I say their kind when I say their kid's name and pretend I'm keeping the affair secret. The one father pays $4,500 a month for custom clips where I spark myself with his son homework folder. The money paid for my apartment and my secret tattoo collection. The moms invite me to coffee mornings. The dad still shake my hand after parent-teacher conference, while they have watched me do things that would get me fired instantly. Last week, a dad renewed his subscription after his wife gave birth. I sent him a video filmed on the same desk where his son draws pictures. He called it the best investment he ever made. Wow. Wow. Yes, these are majorly for men that are into this OnlyFans shit. I'm not so. I don't even know how it even work. I just know that people pay to subscribe or something. Or maybe it's something like Twitch. I don't know. I believe it will be something like Twitch. I believe it will be something like Twitch. I don't just know. Okay, I don't just know. So the next one says, I'm a 45-year-old married counselor in Toronto, Canada, and I have been secretly sleeping with both partners in my couple session, then putting them against each other with fabricated stories so they stay in therapy longer and pay me thousands per month while I film everything for my private collection. I have made 2.6 million and every couple still refer their friends as the relationship savior. Sorry. I had a hiccup. So let me read it again. I'm a 45-year-old married counselor. 45-year-old marriage counselor in Toronto, Canada. I have been secretly sleeping with both partners in my couples session, then pitting them against each other with fabricated stories so they stay in therapy longer and pay me thousands per month while I film everything from my private collection. I have made 2.6 million and every couple still refers their friends to me as the relationship savior. Wow. It started with a bored husband and wife who both hit me on separately. I slept with both and told one the one the other was cheating. They stayed in therapy for 2 years. Now it's routine. I record every session and every hotel meetup. I have destroyed 31 marriages from inside while they thank me for saving them. You are a hoe. 31 marriages, that means you have literally slept with 62 persons. You are a hoe. You are a hoe. The money bought me a lake house and fund my anonymous memoir I am writing under a pen name. My colleagues call me the top counselor in the city. Last month, both partners in a new couple proposed it on me in separate videos. I showed each one the other clips and charged them double for emergency sessions. Wow. I don't save marriages. I harvest them. You really harvest marriages. You really harvest marriages. And honestly, all these people doing, all these therapists doing this stuff, they are people that are actually whole, but they are smart. They are an official classic whole. Because I can't see how you are comfortable blackmailing people after you sleep with them 5 minutes. In fact, you are worse than a porn star. You are worse than a porn star. You're supposed to be a porn star, nothing more. Okay, the next confession. We are gradually getting to the end. So let's continue. The next confession says, I'm a 29-year-old Liberian in Edinburgh, Scotland, and for the past 2 years, I have been secretly stalking a married woman who comes in every Tuesday to read romance novel, breaking into her house when she's at work, wearing her clothes, sleeping in her bed, and slowly replacing her real life with mine, while her husband has no idea the woman he is kissing goodnight is becoming a stranger. I can't stop even to, I can't stop even though I know it will destroy us both. Wow, this one will be interesting. Let's continue. It started innocently enough. She always sat in the same chair by the window, her hair falling over her face as she beat her lip reading those steamy scenes. I memorized her routine, her perfume, the way she smiled at the same passages. One Tuesday, she left her library card behind. I scanned it, found an address, and that night I drove past her house just to see the lights on. The next week, I waited until she and her husband left for dinner, used the spare key I copied from the one she kept in her bag, and stepped inside. Wow, that is beyond. You just crossed the line. The house smelled like her. I stood in the kitchen touching the mug she used that morning. Then I went upstairs to their bedroom. I opened her wardrobe and slipped on her silk nightstand, nightgown rather. I felt like I felt like skin. Sorry. Let me read it again. The house smelled like her. I stood in the kitchen touching the mug she used that morning. Then I went upstairs to their bedroom. I opened her wardrobe and slipped on her silk nightgown. It felt like skin. I lay in her bed under the same duvet she shared with him and touched myself, whispering her name. I came harder than I ever had in my life. I left before they returned, but I took one of her panties with me. Man, that's so creepy. Now, it's every Tuesday and Thursday. I know their schedule perfectly. While she's at library, I'm in her home. I wear her laundry, cook with her pot. Wow! Watch the shows she watches. I've started leaving tiny changes, moving her perfume and each to the left, replacing her shampoo with the exact same brand but slightly different batch with slightly different batch so she thinks she's imagining things. I sleep in her bed for hours, sometimes until the last possible minute, then rush out and reset everything. Her husband has started complaining that the house smells off. She laughs it off, but I see the worry in her eyes when she comes to the library now. Hmm. Last month, I took it further. Wow. I hid in the closet they are, while they had sex. I watched him fuck her, memorized every moan, every trust, and then after they fell asleep, I crawled into the bedside. I crawled into the bed beside her while he was in the bathroom. I pressed my body against her for 30 seconds, feeling her warmth before sleeping away. She woke up the next morning saying she had the strangest dream that someone was holding her. Hmm. Wow. I'm becoming her. I have dyed my hair the exact shade. I have practiced her laughs in the mirror. I know her husband feel write me and cook it better than she does. Part of me wants her to catch me. Part of me wants to replace her completely so he never noticed the difference. I've loved her more than he ever could, and I'm proving it every single day by living the life she doesn't even realize she's losing. I know this ends in disaster. One day she will find the hidden camera I installed in her room or notice that her favorite dress smells like my perfume. But right now, when I lie in her bed, wearing her clothes and whisper, I am you, into the darkness, I feel more alive and more in love than any human being has a right to feel. She belongs to me now, even if she doesn't know it yet. Honestly, I'm scared for this woman. Honestly, I'm scared for this woman. I'm scared for this woman, honestly. Honestly, because wow, wow. So you don't just stalk her, you also choose to start taking her clothes, to start learning all what she does. You are taking your time to be the woman. I don't know, the woman you choose, you be with. Man, some lady don't just have a life. Some lady don't just have a life. And funny thing is that you are actually going to be caught. Thank God you know that you are going to be caught. So I don't really know. I don't really know. Honestly, I'm speechless. Honestly, I'm speechless. I don't really know what to say. I don't really know what to conclude this with. But I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. This one says here that I'm a 41-year-old surgeon in Stockholm, Sweden, and for the last 3 years, I've been in a secret sexual relationship with my own identical twin brother's wife. Wow. But I make him worse through hidden cameras while I fuck her in every marital bed and she calls me by his name. All because I need him to feel exactly what I felt when he stole my life 20 years ago. Whoa. Whoa. Let's continue. Let's continue. This is interesting. We were inseparable growing up until he slept with my fiancée the week before our wedding. He married her instead. I became the successful doctor while he stayed average, but the range never left me. When his wife came to me for a minor surgery 2 years ago, something snapped. She looked at me the way she looked at him, and I saw my chance. I started small, lingering touches during follow ups, late night texts pretending to be concerned about her recovery. Soon, we were meeting in hotel rooms. Then I convinced her to let me into their house while he was at work. The first time I fucked her in their bed, I made her mourn his name louder than she ever had for him. I installed tiny cameras so I could force him to watch the recordings later. Whoa, this revenge is evil. He knows now. I made sure he found the drive. Instead of leaving her or comforting me, he just watches. Every Thursday night, I go to their house. He hides in the guest room wa- and I take his wife while she screams his name. I make her describe how much better I am, how much bigger, how much more she needs me. He sits there in the dark with tears running down his face and feel every single year of pain I carried finally balance. What kind of foolish thing is this? So you sit down in the dark, watch your twin brother use your wife, and just choose to be quiet and cry. I don't understand. I don't understand. So I know that is some people's fetish, like is their fantasy. But you, it shows that you are in pains and you keep to be silent about it. Honestly, you're just proving to your twin brother that you're a loser. She thinks it's some kind of twisted game we both enjoy. She has no idea her husband is broken and I am the one who broke him. I come inside her every single time, knowing he's watching, and I whisper, "This is what you did to me." So only he can hear through the hidden mic. I don't want money. I don't want her to leave him. I just want him to feel exactly the same hollow ache I lived with for 20 years every time he sees me at family dinners and knows I'm the one fucking his wife better than he ever could. Revenge isn't sweet. It's warm and wet and money and so let me read that again. He said revenge isn't sweet. It's warm and wet and money your name in the dark. Wow. Wow. That can make someone hard. That story can make someone hard. What do you think about this confession that I just read? What do you think about it? Can you please say something in the comment section? Let me know what's your thought about it, about this confession I just read. I just read out loud. Please, please, I need to know. I need to know your thought about it. I just want to know your thought about it, please. Okay, I just want to know. Just leave your, just leave a comment in the chat, and I will get back to you. So let's read the next confession. The next confession here says that I'm a 26-year-old barrister in Melbourne, Australia, and for the past 18 months, I've been secretly drugging my own coffee every morning so I black out and wake up in public places, completely naked with strangers, having used my body, all because the humiliation and not knowing what happened turns me on more than anything I've ever felt. Ew. Wait, yeah, wait. Do you guys hear that? Let me say that again. I'm a 26-year-old barrister in Melbourne, Australia, and for the past 18 months, I have been secretly drugging myself, my own coffee every morning, so I black out and wake up in public places, completely naked, with strangers having used my body, all because the humiliation and not knowing what happened turns me on more than anything I've ever felt. So that's how you have STDs, you will not know. That's how you will have pregnancy, you will not know the dad. Or it started as a fantasy I couldn't shake. I read stories online about sleepwalking, blackouts, and I wanted that loss of control. I researched safe, powerful sedative that would knock me out for hours but leave me physically stable to be moved. Every morning before my shift, I mix just enough into my flat white. By 10 a.m., I'm gone. I woken up in alleyways, on park benches, once on a tram with my legs spread and three men taking turns while commuters filmed. I've been used in public toilets, in the back of vans, even once on the stage of an empty theater during a man, matinee. I can't pronounce that clearly. I never remember the faces. I only remember the soreness, the bruises, and the cum drying in my skin when I finally come out. Wow. I feel myself taking the drug every morning so I can watch the moment I lose consciousness. Then I spend hours after work scrolling through anonymous forums,
where people post videos of the passed out girl from city and touch myself to every angle of my own violation. Wow. I've been seeing close up of my face while strangers fuck me. I have read comments calling me a public cum dump, and I come harder than I ever have with any boyfriend. My coworkers think I just have bad hangovers. My family worries I'm depressed because I'm always exhausted. No one knows the truth. I'm, en- I'm engineering my own destruction every single day because the only thing that makes me feel something is waking up ruined and knowing the whole city might have had me while I was completely helpless. Last week, I woke up in a construction site with free use written across my stomach in marker. I came 3 times just walking home like that. I don't want to stop. I want to keep disappearing into the dark and waking up someone else's fantasy until one I don't wake up at all. Man, I believe you have a mental problem. I believe you have a mental problem and you need help. You need to go see the therapist. You actually need help. What do you guys think in the chat? Don't you guys believe this person needs help? Don't you guys believe this person needs help? I believe this person needs help. This person, this can't be normal. This can't be normal. I don't want to even believe it. I don't want to believe it. And two, how has your family member not stumbled into it or people from your workplace? Because you actually clearly say that you're a barrister. Mhm. So that means you meet people. So one or two persons must have recognized you. The internet is actually a small place. Ehen. So one or two persons must have recognized you. So how do you do it? Me always asking this question is actually funny. Just that I'm just curious about how people do all these things and thinking they are getting away with it. Okay, let's read the second to the last one. It says, I'm a 38-year-old elementary school teacher in Vancouver, Canada, and for the last 4 years, I have been slowly gaslighting my best friend's husband into believing he's losing his mind by moving things in their house and whispering to him in the dark while she sleeps. She's asleep. All because I am in love with her and have been. Hey, Jesus. Let me read this again from the beginning. I'm a 38-year-old elementary school teacher in Vancouver, Canada, and for the last 4 years, I have been slowly gaslighting my best friend's husband into believing he is losing his mind by moving things in their house and whispering to him in the dark while she is asleep. All because I'm in love with her. I need him to disappear from her life without her ever knowing I caused it. Wow, that is wicked. She's been my best friend since university. I watched her marry him and I smiled at the wedding while dying inside. I started small, moving his keys, hiding his wallet, telling her he seemed distracted lately. Then I got bolder. I wait until they were both asleep and slip into the house with the spare key she gave me. I stand by his side of the bed and whisper his name in a voice that sounded like hers but slightly off. I tell him he was worthless, that she didn't love him anymore, that the kids would be better off without him. Wow, this is beyond the extreme. He started therapy, he started drinking, he started confiding in me how worried she was. Every time she cried on my shoulder, I held her tighter and hold her. I always and told her I'll always be there. I have escalated now. I have left note in his handwriting. I practiced it for months. Wow. Saying he wants to leave her. I delete messages from his phone and replace them
with conversation he never had. He's on a verge on the verge of a breakdown, and she's spending more and more nights at my apartment because she can't handle the paranoia. Hmm. I don't want him dead. I just want him gone, committed, divorced, anything that removes him so I can finally have her. Last night I stood over their bed and whispered that their youngest wasn't his. He woke up screaming. She heard him while I watched from the hallway and felt nothing but pure joy. Jeez, this is heartless. She never knew it was me. She will just know I was the one who stayed. She Let me say that again. She will just know I was the one who stayed. And when he finally cracks and leaves, I will be there to pick every single pieces of her heart and make it mine. See your fantasy. You think you just pick every piece of her heart and make it yours? It's that simple. You will just be the major suspect. Because once the guys get away from her, the guy will start feeling normal and want to come back. So who do you think you are? You are the suspect, the one that actually ruined the marriage. That's what they will be thinking. They will come for you. They will come for you. Okay, the last but not the least. I'm a 42-year-old priest in a small town outside Rome, Italy, and for the past 6 years, I've been secretly seducing and then abandoning every young woman who comes to me for confessions after her sexual sins, pushing them deeper into depravity until they can't function without me. I always get off on watching pure souls break and beg for forgiveness I will never give. Wow. I took my vows at 22, but the cola never stopped the hunger. The first one was 19-year-old who confessed she slept with her boyfriend. I told her to come back alone. I made her describe every detail while I touched myself under the decks. Then I told her the only way to atone for the sin with someone holy, which is me. I fucked her in the confessional that same night. I have done it with 27 women since then. I learned their weaknesses, their guilt, their deepest desire. I made them perform worse and worse acts, filming them, sharing them with other priests I trust, making them seduce their own fathers or brothers as Peter, as penance rather. When they are completely broken and dependent on me, I disappear. I transfer to another parish or simply stop answering their calls. I watch from afar as their life collapsed. One tried to kill herself. Two ended up in psychiatric wards. One became a prostitute because she believed she was damned. Ah, this is heartbreaking. I still wear the collar. I still give Sunday Mass. The congregation calls me father and thanks me for my guidance. Last month, a new 18-year-old came in crying about impure thoughts. I already have her scheduled for private guidance tomorrow. I can't wait to watch another pure soul learn exactly how filthy she can become before I take it all away. May God forgive them. I never will. And that's exactly why they keep coming back. Wow. Wow. Man, I believe in hell and I believe in heaven. And I believe this priest is one of those that have a special place in hell. Honestly, you are here to actually lead people to Christ. Meanwhile, you are doing the most worst thing ever. And the beautiful thing about life is that people envy. So that means one of those priests is going to report you. You are going to get caught. That's what it means. It means one day you are going to get caught. But nevertheless, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you guys for actually um, coming to my live stream. Please, before I go, you guys should just say something in the chat. You guys should just say something in the chat. Okay? I love you guys to say something in the chat before you guys go. Before I go, rather, this evening. You people should say something. You people should say something. You people should say something. Please, 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 please. You guys should say something. But let me type first. Let me type. But I'm still waiting for you guys. You people should say something. You people should say something. Say something. And please, you guys should still let me know which of the confession that you guys love the most. Which of the confessions you guys love the most? Please let me know. I'd like to know which of the confessions you guys love the most. Okay? Which of the confessions you guys love the most? I would like to know that also. Hello, my people. Hello. So, which of the confessions you guys heard today that you love the most? Okay, now. It's nice having this life with you guys. Honestly, it's something I always look forward to every day. So, thank you guys very much for being part of it, of today's episode of the Anonymous Guy Confession. Meet the same time tomorrow. We don't have the time that we do end the life. It's when our confessions finish, that's when we end the life. So thank you very much for staying with me, and please follow and subscribe. Thank you very much.